Welcome to the Market Moment. My name is Matt Walters, and I'm here with John Martfeld and Lee Mackey. Today we're going to get into Apple's recent announcement, oil prices, and if we're heading into the biggest recession of our lifetime. But before that, just leave that one hanging out there until we get to it. But before that, remember you can join the Growing Market Moment online community by hitting the subscribe button. Give us a like if you enjoy the show, and comment as well. We always appreciate that. So jumping into Apple. So this was a big deal yesterday. A lot of build up to this kind of announcement, what Apple had to say. And it was a little underwhelming, my personal opinion. But let me read kind of a little bit about it. So Apple announced its long-awaited generative AI initiative called Apple Intelligence. Very Apple-like to replace artificial with Apple. During its WWDC conference in Cupertino, California on Monday, the technology, Apple's first step in generative AI, will be deeply integrated across the company's hardware, iPhone, Mac, mail, messages, and phones. It's supposed to be unique from ChatGPT or other AI systems. Siri is also getting an update. So the stock didn't do anything after the fact. I thought it was interesting that they're partnering so much and doing so much with OpenAI.
Yeah.
What are y'all's thoughts?
I'm not an Apple junkie. I do have an iPhone and an iPad, but that's about it. I actually pulled it up this morning just to see, typically it's more of a product launch, talking about the new phones, the new iPads, the Vision somethings. Yeah. It was much less about product and hardware as it was about.
Well, but I think and we'll have to circle back to see if I'm, but I think you're wrong. I think the WWDC is not typically their hardware.
Oh, it is? Okay.
They have they have another deal that is more specific hardware. This is where they bring in all of their,
new technology,
code people.
Technology. As I was watching it this morning, I just realized that I'm not very smart. I mean, there's a lot of, everything is going AI. I mean, they are, they're putting this bridge basically where all of their devices are going to be using AI, and it's amazing. I can't get my mind around everything that is coming down the pike with Apple.
I know, and artificial intelligence, obviously Apple's joining the game because it's the hottest topic on the planet, right? I mean, artificial intelligence, that's the new topic. I always thought artificial intelligence, you could find any of that if you just went to a frat house on University of Arkansas. You could find a lot of artificial intelligence. But anyway, this is kind of interesting, and they're trying to keep up with Chat GPT and some of those things. And I asked my sons the other day, because I am way behind the times on this stuff. I've never used any of this stuff. And I said, have you guys used this stuff in college? They have. Yeah. They've used it to help them with things, and I don't even want to know how much they've gotten help.
Connor's probably like, it wrote my last paper.
I know, no doubt, and it might have. But I just think that this is kind of, look at all the systems that are out there with this stuff already, and then Apple comes out with this thing. And I saw one little thing from Elon Musk that he was kind of making fun of Apple yesterday, and I don't know enough about it to.
Well, he was calling out the OpenAI relationship and saying, if Apple's going to open up their devices and their platform to OpenAI, it's a huge. I think his exact words were something like, "It's a huge security violation."
Which I agree with that, but also I think that Twitter has their own AI thing. X something. I don't understand all these acronyms, but there's something that he's got a little bit different. So anyway, I find it fascinating. But Apple, in my opinion, over the last 20 years, has been one of the best companies in innovation, and they're going to continue to be so. Even if this is, this is just them keeping up with everybody else, I guess.
Well, I wasn't that impressed. I honestly think it was a reminder that they're really good at devices and selling devices, but just like they're dependent on third-party people to come onto their app store and provide all the content and yesterday they're basically sitting there like, hey, we're going to have to partner with OpenAI because that's where we're going to need to get a lot of this stuff. So it doesn't mean they're not a good company, but
stick to what you're great at.
They just haven't figured out the technology side of it yet, for whatever reason. I don't know why.
I won't bet against Tim Cook. I don't know what it looks like. People who've bet against Tim Cook in the past have been flat out wrong.
Yeah.
You know, they were being criticized, they being Apple, for being late to the game. And this, you know, they just, you know, they've been silent on this AI craze movement over the last year and a half, 2 years. And, you know, kind of everybody thought Apple was going to be left behind. But again, I don't bet against him. I agree with you in that they're great at hardware. The technology behind everything, you know, they have kind of been lacking. So we'll see.
We'll see. I agree with you, though. I don't bet against them.
I was talking about before we got on here, so this is a change of topic, but you know the Ray-Ban glasses?
Yeah.
I forget who makes them. Who makes the...
I don't know.
Well, like the virtual glasses that they like partnered with Ray-Ban.
Oh, yeah.
And so they look like, they're not like these big bulky things.
Right.
They look like regular glasses. Well, I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they said they think they're going to be able to get to the point where you like walk in a stadium and you basically ask the questions like, hey, is there anybody here that I know? And it'll be able to like ping like social media to see like
Who's there?
who's here that you're friends with on
wow.
Facebook, or who's here with.
Wow.
Yeah. Which that kind of stuff
Wow.
is kind of cool. It also could be used, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's negatives to that.
Okay, so
but-
going
Yeah,
back,
there's a lot of negatives.
Going back to Apple, this is kind of a conversation now. The glasses, what are they called? The Vision Pros or
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
We were in the Apple store this weekend in Little Rock. I've never seen them. Have y'all put them on before?
I have never put them on. I'm curious, though. Did
You
you
know-
try it?
No, but they were showing in this conference yesterday. And
Yeah, they made some upgrades to
They
the Vision
did,
Pro.
and you put them on, and it's like you're at a big screen. You know, you're watching a movie like on
Yeah.
IMAX, basically. And I mean, but they're so expensive
Yeah,
right now. I mean,
yeah.
$3,500 I
Yeah,
think.
and you know, I was kind of thinking, you know, I'm getting ready to go on a long flight here in a month. I'm like, nah, I'll just stick to my iPad. Right. But you know,
It's
they
pretty
will,
cool,
They
though.
will come down in price.
Yeah, I think it's
but
pretty cool.
I've heard that the people that have them
Love 'em.
Love them.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't get behind that. But
Yeah.
You cannot
no.
Yeah.
Someday
But
I
they're
think
cool.
I can. I think I can.
get them down to a $500.
No, I mean,
price
I
point.
could sit there on my chair, just have those on and not think about anything else. I think
I mean,
could do
people.
that.
That's what
people
you
who-
do in the office most of the days anyway, isn't it?
I mean, I could see people who don't have any friends, like when they're just sitting at home.
That's
you
right.
know?
Right.
So
Oh, so you,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.